Hello and namaste. I just want to go over a few things that you can do today that's going to help boost your immune system and make your immune system stronger to avoid getting sick. So I know that right now there's pretty much chaos in the entire world, which is completely unnecessary in my personal opinion. And I personally believe that if people ask questions and research their own information and get real facts on what's happening, I believe that there would be a lot less panic. I think a lot of things are going around on the internet that are not true. There's a lot of scaremongering going on. There's a lot of fear being thrown out at the world, and people are not thinking clearly. They're not thinking logically. They are really coming out of a fight or flight kind of situation. And as humans, we do have the capability to raise our vibration and move up those chakras, so to speak, and be able to think clearly, be able to ask questions, and to be able to research and understand exactly what's happening instead of living in this first chakra kind of fight or flight energy. This is exactly what the people who want to control us, they want us to live in this fear-based kind of state, because this is how they gain more power. So we all just need to kind of relax, ask some questions, and look at some real information. Check official websites and stop watching the media too much. So that being said, I just want to go through 5 things. Now, our body, as we know in Ayurveda, as we know in yoga, our body has a certain intelligence. It knows what it has to do. It fights off invaders of all kinds, mentally, emotionally, physically, all day, every day, 24/7. So it knows what it needs to do. Our body, just like a car, if we give it the correct care, it will last a very long time. So our immune system is basically the front line of defense. So ways that we can strengthen our immune system to fight off any invader, for example, is going to be your B vitamins. B vitamins are going to be very helpful for maintaining the nervous system. And the nervous system is essentially what's affected when we're having this fight or flight kind of reaction. The nervous system are the lines of communication, and part of those lines of communication are via the brain. The brain essentially sending messages along those lines to the other systems in the body. And vice versa, systems in the body, parts of the body, are sending messages back to the brain. For example, if we touch a hot stove, our senses are the mode of communication to send a message to the brain saying, hey, that's hot, don't touch it again. So basically in our body, if we think of it, our body is kind of like a factory, right? And every department has a different activity or a different job that they need to do. Our nervous system is responsible for communicating with the other systems in our body. It communicates with the digestion, it communicates with the muscular system, it communicates with the respiratory system, it communicates with everything. And if the nervous system is freaking out, if there's too much chaos in the nervous system, what happens? Well, we can't think clearly, we can't breathe properly. If we're not breathing properly, we're not getting enough oxygen to the cells. And if there's not enough oxygen to the cells are dying. And that's not good because that makes us feel weaker. We have less vitality, less energy. The nervous system also communicates with the muscular system. When we're nervous, we feel blocked. We can't produce, we can't move, we can't be productive, we can't do anything. We cannot breathe. We're essentially shut down. So taking the B vitamins is going to help maintain the communication in our body via the nervous system. This is going to be one thing. And if we think of it again in another way, it's kind of like the telephone wires. If there's a blockage in any of the wires, there's no signals being sent. So if there's no signals being sent, all these little cells in our body are kind of like little people, and they're all communicating with each other. We have to keep these lines as open as possible by deep breathing and being calm and just being logical. Ask some questions. If you see something on the internet, don't freak out or send a message, oh my God, this is going to happen. Billions of people are going to die. No, all we need to do is look at this and see, where did this come from? Who wrote this? Start to ask some questions. Is this real? How do we know? How do we know if these numbers are real? Where is this information coming from? Are these credible sources? Number 2, vitamin C. Vitamin C is another crucial vitamin for a healthy immune system. So this helps to repair the tissues. So if those tissues are getting damaged, then this is going to help rebuild the tissues, rebuild the cells. It's also important for strengthening the neurotransmitters. So this is going to be the chemicals that are sent through the body to help those cells communicate. Okay, so communication, very important. If we're in a factory, we need to be able to communicate. The boss needs to communicate to the employees that are working on the assembly line what the next project is, or what the next piece is that they have to put onto the car, for example, if it's a car assembly line. Zinc is going to be another one for the immune system. And this zinc has been effectively proven, for example, to treat the common cold. So as our immune system weakens, zinc, vitamin C, and B vitamins are going to be essential into your diet, for supplementing into your diet. The next thing is going to to listen to what your body tells you. Most of the time when we start feeling sick, we have less of an appetite, or we have no appetite at all. So we don't want to eat. We don't feel like eating. And if this is the case, honor the intelligence of your body and don't eat. Maybe you don't eat for the whole day. Maybe you don't eat for a couple days. Because what eating does is it's going to require energy to break down and digest the food. If you're not eating, then you're allowing all that other energy to go towards fighting off the invader, which is where the energy is needed at that time. If, for example, you feel a fever, we don't want to take medications to get rid of the fever or suppress the fever. The fever is a natural sign that your body is fighting, and it's a good thing. So if you do feel a fever coming on, maybe it'll last a half a day, maybe it'll last a day. That's okay. Listen to your body, rest, drink enough fluids, and allow your body to fight off the invader. Know that your body knows how to do it. It's done it a million times before. There's millions of things out on the planet that are potentially dangerous, and we fight them off every day. And don't forget, again, to rest. Allow yourself to rest. And rest includes staying off social media, staying away from negative information, staying off the TV. Don't do any tasks, don't do any physical things. When we say rest, we are talking about physical, emotional, and mental rest, because you need to allow your body 100% opportunity to get better. So what does this mean? This means laying in bed and not doing absolutely anything. If you do feel like you need to have some kind of stimulation, put on some music, some nice, light, relaxing music. Allow your body to be in a state of rest, because that is where it is going to have the most possibility of healing. And lastly, remember that fear weakens the immune system. So if we are in a state of constant fear, we are in a state of constantly weakening our system, weakening our immune system. Again, there's no need to panic. This isn't a panicking kind of moment. And if you do feel yourself getting sick, stay home and just rest. Don't rush to the hospital. If you cough 3 times, you're not going to die. Trust me, you're going to be okay. So don't rush out to the hospital. Now, if you are suffering from multiple other respiratory disorders and you feel yourself getting sick, then analyze the situation. Take it day by day, step by step. If you have asthma, if you have pneumonia, if you're already very sick from something, this is something else. I'm talking about normally healthy. If you're normally healthy and have no other issues and you feel yourself coming on with something, this isn't a need to panic. Okay, so don't rush to the hospital. Don't get tested for these things, because what you're essentially going to do is now you're taking energy and resources away from the people in the hospital that are in life or death situations. Okay, so unless you're already sick and you're already in a life or death situation, there really isn't any need to panic over this new virus, okay? Because we've been fighting them for millions of years. The human body is capable of fighting it off. Flu in general, if we check the World Health Organization website, the flu attacks and infects 8 million people worldwide per year. 8 million. And up to 650,000 of those die. And it's a tragedy. The majority of those people are already sick. But we have to remember, out of 8 million, if 650,000 die, that means over 7 million have been healed. So let's focus on some of the positive things, okay? Let's remember to just take a deep breath, look at our information, and listen to our body, and just have faith in the intelligence of our body. Don't forget, if you have any comments or questions, you can add them below. Go ahead and subscribe to this video. Let me know, and make sure to like this video. And happy healing. Namaste.